Welcome to Choices. This video will be about choices that we make that affect our lives and choices we need to take to make our lives better. Now, life's not easy, and life is full of choices that we have to make. Some choices are where we want to work, some choices are relationships, some choices are our health and what we eat and all that kind of stuff. But every choice has a positive and a negative. The one thing that I say to people when they choose not to be in a relationship or be in a relationship is make sure before anything you're happy with yourself. Make sure that you're in an environment where you're safe. And if a relationship doesn't work out, you've got something to fall back on. And it's not just saying like some random person. I say in life, the choices we make can get us into a lot of trouble. Let's start by the sort of people that we can date. Now, we could be attracted to someone, but it doesn't mean that they'll make a good relationship. In fact, the more you're attracted to someone, it's probably not going to work. Trust issues will be at the worst, and you'll end up, cheating or being in an abusive relationship or a toxic one. It's okay to be single. Single life isn't the worst thing. Some people choose to be single, like myself, and some people choose to stay away from people in general. But the majority of people at the end of the day, especially the single ones that don't have kids, don't have friends, they don't want to be alone. They want to be hugged. They want to watch a movie with someone. They want to hang out with someone. I've stated in a lot of vids, you could have everything in the world, money, job, nice cars. I've got all that. But it doesn't hug you at night. It doesn't kiss you goodnight. It doesn't tell you you're worth living. That's the choice I make. Because the choices I've made in my past has got me to where I am right now. I wouldn't be successful in life and have what I have if it wasn't for the choices I made. The best choice I made in life was accepting God into my life. The Lord God and Lord Jesus has blessed me. And without having that in my life, having them in my life, I wouldn't have what I have today. You know how they say money doesn't buy happiness? It's true. But it makes you feel good. Like the fact that you don't have to worry about bills or, worry about just struggling. It's bought me everything that I've wanted. Except for a date with Taylor Momsen. That's never going to happen. But even if I was to hook up with the hottest celebrity in the world or something, it would make me temporarily happy, but it'd be like, it's not a permanent thing. The choices I make in life is I don't do drugs. I choose not to do drugs. I choose not to smoke. I choose not to blow my money on alcohol and stuff. They're my choices because I know that if I was like some people I know that do all that, I would end up broke. I would end up pathetic with no life. I hate the people that do drugs because it destroys your life. It destroys your friendships. If you choose to do drugs, you will lose friends, you lose family, you lose kids, you lose your life. That's not worth it. And it'll send you broke. And it'll make you lose your teeth, some of them. And it'll make your head go weird. But that's your choice. If you're choosing to have drugs in your life, whether you're a single parent or just someone single or just being an idiot, then your life's going to be bad. There's no positives in doing drugs. There is no positives. Do you want people to label you as a druggie? Do you want people to label you as something? It's not nice at the end of the day knowing to be a druggie. You know, smoking is one thing, but to do drugs? Do you want to be called a drug pisshead? Or if you're a girl that likes to sleep around, that's your choice, but the choice that comes with that is you'll be called a slut. And I can tell you something. What you do in life does affect others. Your choices you make in life, it does affect your family. It affects your relationship. It affects your kids' lives. Why risk losing everything for a simple fix for one night? You want to go do some gear or juice. Is that really worth it? Is your life worth doing drugs for? I have never, and I never will do drugs because it's not the cost, because the cost is just absolutely stupid. But it's the fact that how it affect people's lives and it hurt people's lives. You know, there are some people right now that I'm extremely worried about. And even if they were single and one actually is, I still wouldn't go out with them because I have one policy. You do drugs, I don't want anything to do with you. I may love and care about you, but I'm not going to be a part of that world. I don't want to be around your friends or people that do them. I don't like being around people who do drugs. It's not a nice environment. I don't smoke and I don't do drugs, and I don't want to be in an environment where that's surrounding me. A cigarette's one thing, but not marijuana and all that crap. As I watch these people just destroy their lives, it breaks my heart. And I don't want to feel bad for someone that's doing damage to themselves. It affects me because I actually care about them. The one thing that these people that have drug addictions or gambling addictions, they will not listen to anything you say. The only thing they'll listen to at the last minute when they're rock bottom, they'll cry out for help then. But it's too late. You know, I choose this lifestyle that I live. I don't have friends that I see. I don't have people to catch up with, because every time that someone actually wants to catch up with me, it has to benefit them in some ways. And that's my choice. I've chosen a lot of times not to hang out with people because I know what they're going to ask of me. So first it starts off with a little compliment. I miss you. How you doing? And then it's like slowly works into, can you do this for me? Can you do that for me? So that's why I don't meet up with people. Because it's the same people that ask the same things on a weekly basis. And I say to them, your choice, you choose to be broke. If you don't want to be broke, then choose not to buy drugs, choose not to buy alcohol, choose not to buy cigarettes, and you will have money. Why don't you choose to get a job instead of choosing to be unemployed? You can't be successful and have things you want in life when you don't work. You know, I'm in a really great job right now. I love my job. I love the people. You know, I'm not 100% health-wise good right now. You know, there's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes that I can't fix. My back's fucked at the moment. My legs are fucked. But I go into work, I smile, and I'm happy. Because you know what? At the end of the day, I'm making good money. I'm meeting some wonderful people. And I have one of the pieces of the missing puzzle that I've been looking for, a decent job. I've got a decent job, decent life. And that's my choice, to live a better life than what people are. It's my choice to be the most successful person in this family, and I will be one day. Mark my word. But I choose not to have sex for a reason. Now, when someone said to me, they're like, you haven't had sex in a year, and I said, no, I choose that way. And they're like, why don't you fuck me? And I'm like, I choose not to. And she's like, why is that? And I'm like, because if I'm going to have intercourse with someone, it has to be with someone that I'm in a relationship with, or someone that I'm very close to. I'm not going to do it for any random. Sure, I choose that, and it may be really weird to some. I've had opportunities and I've said no. Sex is not the everything in the world. I've given it up for a year. Easy. I don't want to catch something. I don't want to get someone pregnant, especially some random. You know, I've been tempted so many times. This room, my car, that place behind that other place, the beach as well. But no, because I'm better than that. I'm not like these other guys that want to fuck everything that walks, you know. I want to just settle down with a decent person that doesn't do drugs, doesn't smoke. Be nice if they work and they drive because, like I said, I, I chose to get my license when I realized that I didn't want me and my partner at the time relying on other people. So I was like, I'm going to get my license, and I got it. And since then, I've had no speeding fines, no anything wrong with my car. No offences or anything. And I chose that lifestyle. I chose to be in a relationship recently that I knew that wouldn't work. I knew that I wasn't in love with the person. They were just another number at the end of the day. See, I've only loved two people my whole life. My first love was at 19 and my love of 6 years. More info in a vid on here, on YouTube. I'll leave it in the link after this vid and you'll see what I mean by that. I choose to only love twice in my life because love is a very powerful word and you should only use that if you really love the person. And I haven't loved anyone in about 3 years. So I chose to focus on myself and make myself better because I was like, I didn't like the person I was 3 years ago. And then and there, I was like, you know what? I'm going to choose a better life for myself. I look great for my age. I get complimented every day. It's just beautiful. Everyone's like, no one believes how old I am. And when I say my age, they're like, nah. I've chosen to be successful at poker. Not the last two games where I've thrown the game because I've just been mentally drained. I've had a good week's rest now, so I'm happy about that. I choose not to drink alcohol every night and waste my money on that. I choose that. But if you choose to be with someone that you know that's not right for you, then expect to be cheated on. Expect to be used. Like, if you know someone's in a relationship and you're trying to break that relationship up so you can be with that person, what kind of person are you? Or if you know the person's in a relationship and you think that person wants you, well, wouldn't they have left that person already to be with you? You choose to get your heart broken. You choose to go through a toxic relationship. You choose to have all these pains. You choose to get used, basically. And how do you think it's going to affect your family and your friends? Your friends are telling you, you know, this person's bad news, and you choose to stay with that person. But whatever happens, it's your fault. If you go brain dead like myself, then it happens. I can't love again. I can't love again. I can't trust again. I can't have sex again. And after the last few weeks, I've just been like, I choose not to be friends with some people now. It got to a point where I was on my Facebook one night and I was looking at the people on my Facebook, and anything that referred to like drug references or like even a 420 reference, I'd block that person straight away. And if they were a friend here, block them straight away. I don't care about your 420 crap. Yes, it's legalized in some places around the world, but it's still a drug. It still affects your brain. Yes, it's healthier than cigarettes, don't get me wrong. But I'm still not going to be with you if you do it. Because I want to be with someone that is drug-free. And if they don't smoke, even better. But it's not a deal breaker if they smoke. I just don't like the smell. But it's just tough when you're picking a partner that you're the one that has to drive around. You're the one that has to pay for everything. It shouldn't be like that. And if it is like that, one-sided, that's your choice. You could find someone better. Me? There's no one worthy of dating me here. There is no one that I know that's single that's worthy of dating me. They have to show me that they're worth dating. I ain't chasing anybody. I just do my thing. I play poker, play some video games, enjoy my life, go to the beach once a week. I go to the movies when there's a movie I want to see. That's my choice. And it's a good choice at the end of the day because I don't have to rely on fake friends. I don't have to rely on people. I can just go and do what I want. And it's beautiful. I don't have someone going, oh, can you do this for me? Can you buy me this? Can you lend me this? I don't have to even... When people say that to me, I just ignore it now. And it's beautiful. I can go into that cupboard there and get a nice cold drink. Well, actually, they're not cold, but still. Look at this life. I chose this. Because I remember back when I was 19 when I couldn't even afford to buy me and my girlfriend at the time, even fish and chips from the fish and chip shop. And now I can. I choose to not have sex. I choose to be single. I choose to just, every time I hook up with a girl, it's just another number. And the number just in the last year of how many girls I've hooked up is pretty disgusting. I've never had sex with any of them. I've just hooked up with them, kissing and cuddling and all that stuff. And I think to myself, yes, that's very destructive. I'm going down a very bad road, but at least I can say, hey, I've hooked up with this many girls. And there must have been something in them that saw something in me. So I must be good enough to kiss. And that's funny because 2 of them were in relationships and they still kissed me. Jeez. Can't be that bad, can I? And it's funny because it's just it starts with just holding hands, cuddling, and then just kissing. And they're in a relationship. Wow. I don't force myself onto them. I mean, it'd be pretty bad if their partners found out. But I ain't doing the wrong. They tell me that, they want to break up with their partner or they're going for a rough patch and they don't know if they're in a relationship officially. They say that, I don't even know if it's a relationship anymore. You look at their profile on Facebook, it says single. So how am I supposed to know if they're legit with their boyfriends or just living with their boyfriends or, None the 2 girls that had boyfriends that I have hooked up with both told me I don't even know if I'm in a relationship with that person. So it makes me think, okay, well, if I kiss them or do stuff with them, I don't feel bad. Because if they don't know that if they're in a relationship or not and it says on Facebook they're single, then I'll take that as single. But if one turned around and says, look, I'm in a relationship, I'm just going through the wars, I'm like, it's best we don't touch each other. Because I do respect a person in their relationships. I'd never try to break someone up. But when they themselves tell me that they don't know if they're in a relationship or not, and it says on their Facebook they're single, then I don't feel bad kissing them. That's my choice. Though if I turned around and showed a video or a pic of me in person kissing to their partner, I'm sure that their choice would be to kick my fucking ass or kick their ass. But that's their choice. The choices we make have repercussions. But the good choices we make can be the best ones of our lives. We do find that really beautiful person that we want to marry someday, and we choose to marry them. That can be a good thing. If you really love someone and you really care about them, don't let it slip through your fingers. You've got a choice. Get them before someone else gets them. It's like you have a choice of doing drugs. If you want to do the drugs, you will lose everything. Friends, family, kids, your looks. And think about it. Why would a guy or a girl want to be with you if you do drugs? No one wants that. Decent people do not want people in their lives that do drugs. No one wants to date people that are bums. It's not about, that guy or that girl lives with their parents. There's nothing wrong with that in society. It doesn't matter how old you are. Some cultures like Italians and Greeks and European people, that they're in their 50s and their kids and their wives are living with the parents in some traditions. Nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong about living at home with your parents, because the way the economy is and the way everything's going up, people can't afford it. Sure, like eventually, the dream goal obviously is to have you and your wife and your kid, in your own place. Never ridicule someone if they live with their parents. Some people have reasons. I choose to live with my parents because there's no other place I'd rather be right now. Yes, it helps living in a place like this. It does, but I'd rather spend time while they're on this earth. While they're still here, spend as much time as I can. Could I cope on my own? Yeah, I could cope on my own. My friends, my family, they wouldn't think so, but I could. I'd be tightening up my budget, but I could cope. But I like living here. And when people see how I live, then they're like, yeah, okay, I understand that now. Like, I would love to go on a trip for a month or a year to America or to England, but you know why I don't? Because just in case something happens to my parents, I want to be here at least. When I go on a holiday in a few months, a week, I don't know when I'm going, but I'm only going for a few days. And it's only going to be in the state. But that's my choice. Because of my mental health and my anxiety and depression right now, this is my comfort zone. And when I do meet up with people, I do meet up only one-on-one because of my anxiety. I can't handle a big crowd. When there's more than 2 people, I can't do it. I can talk to one person one-on-one, but when there's like 3 or 4 people in the room and I'm trying to talk to the person that I'm there for, I can't do it. I can't be in a carload with people either. It's too much of a distraction. My anxiety is bad when I drive normally during the day, but the more people that get added into my car, I can't do it. And my friends don't accept that. They think, oh, you just want to meet up with me for the wrong reasons. You just want to meet up with me at night because, no. You try living with what I have. I have BPD. If you don't know what that is, look it up. Some days are good, some days are bad. Some days I'm happy, some days I'm crying. But that's my choice. If I don't want to catch up with you and your friends, don't take offense to it. Respect my health. And I guess, like I said, choices can get us into a lot of trouble, especially with the law. The wrong person can get you in trouble with the law. Doing drugs and stuff will get you in trouble with the law. If you want to stay away from that stuff, make the choices now of who to put in your life, who you don't want in your life. You could have 1,000 friends on Facebook, but you don't talk to 1,000. You probably wouldn't even talk to 900 out of the 1,000. And if you do talk to them, maybe it's innocent flirting if you're a girl and you're probably talking to 10, 20 guys. Me, my Facebook is for, contacting my school friends, my poker friends, Pokemon friends, the people that I've met. But mostly the people on my Facebook are for social networking. I'm a big fan of, doing my YouTube stuff and my live streams, and having all these new people on my Facebook brings in new viewers, new views, new subscribers. Do I talk to some of them? No, but the moment they say, oh, if you want to talk to me, you must talk to me on OnlyFans, I'm like, go fuck yourself. I'm going to block your ass. Because if I want to watch some girl fucking doing tricks with a banana or a cucumber or fucking showing her tits, I'll just go on one of the porno sites for that. Or Snapchat. Oh, Snapchat's even worse. I don't even you know how on Snapchat you get these just randoms add you, and then when you click it's showing everything? Yeah, that's fucked. But like I said, if you're a sort of person right now that have got a lot of choices, you've got to think about them. If you're a person that is doing drugs, maybe choose to stop that before somebody gets hurt, or you get arrested, or you lose something. Maybe if you're in a relationship and it's toxic, choose to walk away. Because at the end of the day, like I said in the previous video, there are people in relationships that can't even talk to their male or female friends without their partners having got them. Some of them even go to the extreme of searching through their computer or going through their phone or checking what messages are on their text. If anyone's like that, then they don't trust you. And if someone's like that with me, I'd be like, fuck off. I don't need your ass. But like I said, life's about choices. But the one thing that I say is if you do really love or care about someone and you choose to accept them for their flaws and their baggage, that's great. But if there's a red flag before you choose that person, then that red flag has told you, hey, look, before you choose that person, expect this and this and this, and it'll affect your life because maybe that will get you in trouble. Dating that person might get you in trouble with the law. Maybe that person might, if you start dating them, will affect your mental capabilities. It's your choice. You mean you may be attracted to the person and be like, oh yeah, that person's sexy or that person's hot. But then what comes after that? Abuse, lying, cheating, mistrust. Your choice. You chose to be with someone because of their looks. But you didn't choose them for what's inside their heart. Everyone's got flaws. Nobody's perfect. But if you find someone that you know that's going to treat you the way you deserve to be treated, and not because they have money or luxurious items, then be with that person. Like I said, I've seen some of my friends that are dating the guys right now that looks just like fucking geeks. Straight out honest. Fucking losers. Some are losers that have no jobs. Some of them losers that are just fucking dog ugly. No looks about them. But they choose that way. I mean, people, when they saw me and my ex of 6 years, they always go, what is that skinny guy going out with that fat girl? You know, lucky none of them said that to my face because I would have smashed their head in. Because I don't care how big my ex was of 6 years. She was beautiful. She was the hottest relationship I've ever had. Her and my first love, those two are the hottest girls I've kissed. Hottest girls I've done anything with. But most importantly, take away the looks, they stuck by me. They stuck by me. They were faithful. They were honest. They treated me like a king. That's two, my whole life. The only two people in my whole life that has respected and treated me and never gave up on me in a relationship. Like I said in one of my previous vids, they're my heroes. Because they put up with me at my worst. And they've made me into this brand new guy that I am today. Confident? Yes. Shy? Sometimes. Depending on the girl. Like, I still get the little jitters when the first time I meet someone. I'll be like... But I know that the jitters go away after a cuddle. Or holding hands. Because I know if a girl holds my hand, that means she's interested in me. She finds something good about me. She's not repulsed by me. If the girl kisses me, then I'm like, oh, that's just sad. But I know I'm not ugly, but Jesus Christ, like, you know. I'm no Brad Pitt or DiCaprio or Channing Tatum, but Jesus Christ, man. Thank you. Thank you for kissing me. I appreciate that. But that's their choice to kiss me. I've never made anyone kiss me in my life. It's their choice. I don't know what girl's seen me. And it seems to be like the younger ones that go, oh, he's all right. Even when I tell them my age, that does not even throw them off. I've had girls half my age been like, you're pretty all right. Like, okay, that's a bit, thanks, appreciate that. Because like they will say, the girls go, you don't look your age. And that's your advantage. You're not bold, you're not great. Not yet. Not yet. Yeah. Girl hands, obviously. But if you look at like a photo of me from 11 years ago, I look the same. I look exactly the same. See, that's just a shadow. Like, but I shave that every day. If I let this grow out, it'd be like a full beard. Like when last year, there was a time where like for 3 weeks I didn't shave, and you should have seen me. I was like, oh my God, I look terrible. I do not look good with facial hair. I don't like the guys that have the porno mustache, little mustache thing. Oh, it's terrible. The only mustache that looks good in this world is my dad's. He's had that for like 50, 60 years. But me, I'm not a facial hair person. All my brothers and family members that are male, all beards. All beards. And you look at them and go, you couldn't picture them without facial hair. But that's my choice. I choose to, make sure that I don't have a hair on my body. Whereas under my arm, my leg, I just don't like hair. I want to keep looking younger. So like when I take off my top and I'm walking down the beach, I'm like, I like this. I like what people saying. Not so much my back. So like I usually tie a t-shirt around my neck and like I cover my back because my back's not the nicest. I feel like just wearing a cape, just like Superman, walk with a cape. Just, so everyone can see the front, but they don't see the back. I got a little belly, but now that I'm working, that belly will go. But like I said, take 5 minutes out of your day and think about the choices in life that you're making. Think about how it's affecting your relationship. Think about how it's affecting your mental health. Think about the struggles you have just by paying bills. You choose these things in life. It's your choice. People say, but you can't choose to be poor. Yes, you can. What are you spending that money on? If it's drugs or alcohol or cigarettes, then there's your first problem. You don't have to buy the most expensive coffee. You can buy like the home brand, if anything. You don't have to buy, expensive chips when you could buy like the lesser expensive ones. If you're a person that wants to save on money, especially when it comes to food and feeding yourself, pasta, like I've always said, pasta is like the cheapest option. You don't even have to pay $1 for pasta. And if it's just you on your own, then fucking hell. You could have pasta for the next 3 nights. Yes, you may get sick and tired of it, but think about it here. You're saving how much money? Like, why go to McDonald's and spend $8 to $10 on a meal? Right? Just for a couple of items. When you can go to the shop and buy pasta for less than $1. And if you use the whole packet, that'll last you a couple of days. So you've saved money there. So if you don't buy alcohol and you don't buy drugs or cigarettes, you're saving hundreds already. You've just got to budget your bills, and you may say, but cars are expensive. Very true. But if you are going to drive and the petrol is expensive, drive only if you need to. Whether it's to the shops and back, you don't need to go all the way across town if you don't need to. You don't need to go to your friends if you don't need to. Like, you've got to cut down on the cost. Because like I said, at the end of the day, if you know where your money's going, then stop. Make that choice right away and be like, yeah, I'm not going to buy cigarettes this week. I'm not going to buy drugs this week. I'm not going to buy the vapes. Even the vapes are so expensive. You choose the way you live your life. And if you choose to live that way, well, don't be surprised if people start disappearing from your life. Because there was someone that I really love and care about. And just over the last few weeks of things I've seen, I'm just like, I want to be there for her. I love and care about her. But until she gets certain things out of her life, the drugs, the sort of people, I don't want to be part of that. I'll happily see her one-on-one. I'll happily bring her up here, but I ain't going to her house anymore. Because it's too painful. It's like a knife to my heart seeing my friend pretty much poison themselves, destroy their life. Like the other night, I almost broke down when I saw the shit that I was seeing. I'm like, this. She was never like this. I love her and I care about her, but I don't want to see her destroy her life. I have friends that are like, some nights don't even get home till like 4 or 5 in the morning. Sometimes don't even go to sleep because of the drugs they're on. That's no way to live your life. There's no way to live your life. I mean, if you're out with the wrong sort of people till like 4 or 5 in the morning doing drugs and stuff, you've got to look at yourself and go, is that how I want my life to be? It's like I know someone that their partner's in jail and all they want to do is fuck guys every night and hook up with guys, and that's like, you choose to be a slut. You say you love your partner and all that kind of stuff, but if you really loved him, you wouldn't have had sex with any guys. You wouldn't have kissed any guys while he's in jail. But you chose to be a slut. And you can't deny that you are, because you are. You're a slut. You're a druggie. You're a druggie slut. You do both. And that's how you're labelled. You chose that. People weren't saying it because it's a fun thing to say. They say it because that's who you are. Because like I said, I don't want to know someone like that. They got to a point where they would message me consistently every night and every day, and I was like, fuck off. Don't use me like you use all the other guys. No one wants to come pick you up at 5 in the morning from another guy's house. No one wants to fucking come and drive you to a guy's place so you can get a root. Fuck, people are so pissed. Anyways, thank you for watching. Check the 4 corners of your screen now for the previous vids. But yeah, like I said, make the correct choices in life or go down the wrong path. It's your choice.